Thanks. Wisconsin voters will head to polling sites all over the state on Tuesday to cast their spring election and presidential preference votes. It's expected to be a record high voter turnout. NBC 15's Syra Anwar headed downtown to find out how election preparations are going. Syra?
John, with candidates still campaigning fiercely all across the state, it's no wonder the Dane County clerk expects turnout numbers to be higher than ever on Tuesday. But it's hard to say if we'll have the manpower needed to effectively handle all of the voters. 60 to 65% of voters are expected to participate in this year's spring election and presidential preference vote.
Moved to Wisconsin not that long ago and figured I should probably get registered.
Over the past week in Wisconsin, voting has been a difficult topic to avoid. So it's no wonder the turnout is projected to be higher than ever.
And the fact that there's a competitive Supreme Court race, I haven't seen this many competitive races at the top of the ticket going on at the same time in April before.
But with so many people planning to fulfill their civic duty, having the manpower to handle it is a lingering concern.
Especially now with the voter ID law, it takes more poll workers to do the same job. Someone checking to make sure you have the right ID when you come in. It takes 2 people at the poll book.
McDonald says cities, including Madison, are actively recruiting volunteers, and there are still volunteer training sessions before Tuesday's election and preference vote. He also says regardless of how many election volunteers are at a polling site, there are ways to make your experience smoother and faster.
What you find is when everyone comes into the parking lot at 6 o'clock, that's when you're going to wait the longest. If you can come in at 4, just like with the belt line, if you can get on the belt line a little bit earlier, it goes quicker.
McDonald says mid-morning and mid-afternoon are also expected to be less congested voting times.
We are working on strategies to speed up the polling place. So hopefully, if we can implement some of those going into November, that'll mitigate some of the possible delays.
Now, voters have until Friday to submit absentee or early votes to their respective city clerk. You can also contact your clerk's office to volunteer to work at a polling site.